the Supreme Court has overturned the decision of Roe versus Wade. Now, I don't think any of us was surprised because, the little leakation of the situation that happened about 2 months ago. Culture, because of all of the mixing of the races. So, of course, they're going to do everything within their power to make sure that they're no longer exiled or eliminated. And, I mean, shit, hell, I would do everything in my power to preserve my kind as well. It was a snippet of a clip that I had done from a bigger video with the Roe versus Wade situation. And yeah, so let's get on into why I'm making this video today. What up, y'all? This is your queen, MsNique, better known as MsNiqueRevamp. I'm coming to y'all real quick because there's something that is just bothering my spirit. Now, I'm coming from my bed because I'm not feeling well, so if y'all can say a prayer for me, I would appreciate it, because something got a hold of me, child, and I'm trying to let it go, but it ain't trying to go nowhere. Anyway, I want to speak about this Roe versus Wade. Now, you all have probably already seen the video that I did in regards to this. But what I am seeing is a lot of different information coming out. And I just want to talk about that real quick. So there was a video that I watched of many that was talking about Margaret Sanger. And yes, she was the racist-ass nurse who basically went to jail or whatever for performing abortions. And then ultimately Planned Parenthood came out of that. That is absolutely correct. But the numbers that is bothering me, or the statistics that's bothering me, is that Black Americans have the highest rate of abortions. I can assure you that that is an inaccuracy. Just because they strategically put those facilities in our neighborhoods does not mean that we are the ones that are populating these facilities the most. Let's be very, very fucking clear about that, okay? Here's another thing, because it was done on purpose. If you know anything about Margaret Sanger, then you know that heifer was racist as hell. She was racist as shit. So there's no way in hell she would have wanted to put her facilities in Black neighborhoods. Nah, that wasn't her mission. Her mission was to make sure that she could cover up all the ancestral shit that has been happening from the beginning. And let's be clear, there would be no need for most abortions way back when, and I'm talking about during her times and before, if daddies could keep their asses out of their daughters' bedrooms, and so on and so forth. Because of the incest that happens, that is the reason why we have so many disabilities and deformities, whether it be mental retardation or physical defects. Not to say that, we couldn't, just naturally, have those types of defects. But let's be honest, y'all, and I'm just being 100% real. A lot of these defects that we have are because of folks intermingling with their own blood. And that just is what it is. So that's my piece on it. Now, that's my opinion. It ain't got to be your opinion. That is absolutely fine. We're adults. We can agree to disagree. But I'm tired of hearing motherfuckers uphold the lie that they continue to tell. Just because you purposefully put those facilities in our neighborhoods does not mean we are the ones that are populating those facilities or overpopulating. Now, baby, I can't tell you how many times I done seen motherfuckers creep on in the neighborhood to get an abortion, boo. Here's another thing. I'm not saying that, we are holier than thou people, because of course we absolutely are not. And I'm not saying that Black people don't have abortions, because yes, we do. However, I do feel as though as a person of color, morally, it fucks with us. And I would tell you that I know for a fact, I don't know everybody, but I know for a fact we are more against abortions than for abortions. So to sit up and say like we're the number one, people having abortions is such a major misnomer that it don't feel right in my spirit. So I just had to say that. Us being closest to God, I just feel like abortions ain't a thing that we just out here willy-nilly having. And I'm sure we all probably know somebody who use abortions as birth control, and it's not fair and it's not cool, and they gonna have their day. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't the one to judge. To each his own. Anyway, that's been my 2 cents, and this is I Can't Make This Shit Up. I am your queen, MsNique. As all said and done, I'm gonna give Jane Elliott the last word. I hope to talk to y'all soon.
Almost exactly what he says. He says there are 3 things we can do to solve this. Number 1, we could pay women to have babies, as they have been doing in Western European nations for years. Then he says, and these are his words, not mine, unfortunately, we would have to pay women of all colors to have babies, so we don't want to do that. He says the second thing we could do is increase the number of legal immigrants that are allowed into this country every year. Then once again, he says, unfortunately, the vast majority of those wanting to come to this country today are people of color, so we don't want to do that. The third thing he says, and women had better pay attention to this, 60% of the fetuses that are aborted every year are white. If we could keep that 60% alive, that would solve our birth dearth. Does that sound like racism to you?
Alright guys, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook Reels, LinkedIn. Honey, I'm everywhere. And this has been your girl, your queenster, MsNique, also known as MsNiqueRevamp. And this is I Can't Make This Shit Up. Tell me what you think in the comments.